Hey there. Thanks for tuning in. This is Zach with Bluebird Running Company, and I'm inside our new downtown Las Cruces location. This is our first brick and mortar shop. We've been mobile for a little over 3 years, and so we just opened this a week ago today, last Friday, and we've already had customers come in, and it's just been great. So what I wanted to do today, since I hadn't done a shoe review in a while, was review the On Cloudstratus, and then also show you how it compares in at least one way to the Cloudultra. And so I'll get to it. So they're here in our shop, so I'm not showing you the ones that I've been running in, but we'll show you some brand new ones. And so here we have the women's. And so what inspired me this morning, and something I've been thinking about pointing out in this shoe, is something that a lot of reviewers haven't commented on, that I've noticed, and I think it's a great feature and something that probably doesn't get it added to shoes as often in America as it does throughout Europe and Asia. And it's a really cool feature, and it's really simple, and I think a lot of people miss it or overlook it when they're looking at running shoes. And so I think that's definitely true if you're running in America or are used to running in American shoes like I am. I mean, if you were born and grew up here, that's what you're used to, or if you emigrated here later in life, you probably have seen the difference from shoes in America versus other parts of the country. And that's true for any part of the country too. They're going to be different over there than they are here. There's going to be some variants, like for example, I don't know if it's still true, but On used to have different colorways, like say for China, that weren't available in the US or other places. So but anyway, I'll get to it right away. And so this is the Cloudstratus by On. It's an update from the original, and it's a pretty severe update, but it's great. And so the reason I say it's a severe update is because the prior version, the first version, was a little bit flatter or lower to the ground, or had a softer compression feel, even with the double Cloud Tech, which remains on this version. The upper on this shoe is great. So it's a lot more snug. It's not as roomy as the prior version. So if you like the prior version because you had a wide foot, or the wide top of your foot where it connects to the ankle and we're able to fit into that shoe, this one's going to be different. So it's not as wide in the forefoot. It still has the star lacing system here in the front. It has reinforced lace and tongue. This overlay right here, it's reinforced with this offsetting color, which is pretty cool. That has the plastic heel counter on both sides, so it does have a higher or more stable heel cup here. So what I'll mention here is that Michelle, my wife, she had Achilles heel injury for a long time this year, and she's finally gotten over it. But something that helped when she wasn't wearing a boot or using a scooter to stay off her leg was she wore these shoes, and she said these shoes were the only ones that she had that when she wore them, her heel didn't hurt anymore. So, but it's a really sturdy and maybe a little bit higher than most other running shoes heel cup right here. And so, but the plastic really holds it in place too, and keeps your foot stable in the rear, so it doesn't go wiggling from side to side when you're doing your stride. So anyway, just a really great shoe. I really love it. But the feature I wanted to point out here is this. I'm just untying this so you can get an idea. But you see this right here? That's an elastic piece of fabric that sits over the top of the shoe. See it? It's how it snaps. And so what's great about this shoe about this feature right here is when you tie your shoes. Like if you've been running for a while, you're probably used to double knotting them so they don't come untied. And so after you tie them, you don't have to double knot them anymore with this band. All you do is stick them under there. Like this. I mean, it's easier when it's on your foot, but I'm doing this in a different way. So there they are. And so what this does then is that it keeps them in one place, and they're not flapping on the sides of your shoe. So if you're sensitive to noise, you know, you're not going to hear that tap tap that you might hear from the tips of the shoelaces that have the coating on them, on the tips. And so what this also does, though, it not only keeps them out of the way, keeps them from flapping, it keeps them from coming untied. And it really works. I mean, you would think that they might come out after a certain amount of miles, or if you're running fast or whatever, but it doesn't. They just stay in there and they're out of your way, and so they're out of sight, out of mind. And I think that's a really great feature that some people overlook. And so if you have this shoe, or if you have a pair of shoes that has an elastic strap over the top and you haven't been able to figure out what it's for, or maybe if you've ever wondered what it's for, that is what it's for. And so we see this feature also in the Cloudultra, which is the Cloudultra, which is their newest trail shoe offering. So you can see it has a double cloud elements there, and so they work in different ways. In this shoe, it's softer but snappier, especially in the forefoot. You really feel it in the forefoot. It's almost like it has a plate in there. Although it does have the speed board that all on shoes have, that runs from heel to toe, that acts like, you know, a plate or carbon plate that a lot of people are used to hearing about. But it's made of a different material. And so that helps. That helps with the impact in the cushion and the rebound ability of the midsole. So yeah, it's really cool. So the Cloud Tech in the Cloudultra is firmer, but it still has this loop right here. But this one's white, and so a little easier to see. So the same principle applies. You tie your shoes, and then you just stick them in under there. So I'll show you again on these. Okay. And I thought that was great, and I think On's done a great job of it. I was running in another pair of shoes by another brand, and they on one shoe it worked, but on the other shoe they put it in a place where it was underneath the shoelaces, and this was an American brand, so they didn't get it quite right. So you want to have that on the top so you can easily tuck those laces in, and then so that's how it looks on the Cloudultra. And that's even better like if you're running on the trails, especially those that have like high grass or stickers. Like we have a lot of goat heads in this part of New Mexico, and so it helps keep off any of the debris or stickers or any other like organic material that might stick to your shoelaces when you're running through some brush. But putting them here in the middle keeps them out of sight and out of mind, and they're less likely to get any debris on them, which you later have to pick off with your bare hands or whatever. So this is a great feature, and it's just a loop, elastic loop on the top of the shoe, and just a great example in those two On shoes. So if you haven't checked out the On Cloudstratus, definitely check it out. Go for a test run in it. It's great. I've been thinking about getting another pair for myself and sending it out to get it soled with a Vibram outsole. Vibram or Vibram, however you say it, it's still the same. All right, so with that, I'll go ahead and end this review, and if you have any questions, please comment below. If you want to like and subscribe, that would be pretty cool too. Next time you're in Las Cruces, please come and visit our store. We're at 300 North Main Street in historic downtown, and we're upstairs on the second floor, and Las Cruces, New Mexico, and our zip is 88001. So hope to see you sometime in the future, and I'll get back to posting some more reviews here again in the near future. So thanks for tuning in, and have a good run.